Hi, I'm Rob Massa. I'm the Managing Director of Qualified Plan Advisors in Houston, Texas. I'm also known as the Retirement Pro, the 401k Guru, and the Foracle. Thanks for joining me for this edition of my blog. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, many employers chose to reduce or suspend their matching contribution programs to help deal with the costs associated with a weak economy. Now, according to Plan Sponsor Magazine, about 10% of employers across the nation reduced or suspended their match during the pandemic. In contrast, the Profit Sharing Council of America put that number as high as 16%. Now, of course, this information is going to vary based on industry or geographic region. If you're thinking of restarting or increasing your matching contributions back to pre-crisis levels, there's a few things I'd like you to keep in mind. First, it's important to think about whether you're offering a fixed match or a discretionary match. Now, fixed match is hard-coded into your plan document, whereas discretionary, well, it isn't, right? In a fixed match, you'll need to amend your plan document, execute a corporate resolution, you'll need to set an effective date for the match, and issue an updated summary plan description, which you have to send to your employees. In contrast, for the discretionary match, you won't need to amend your plan, but it's still critical to issue a corporate resolution with an effective date to memorialize when the match benefit begins or increases, so that no participants can question your benefit calculations. Next, you need to think about the change in the effective date itself. If you're going to start the match at the beginning of the plan year, then everything is pretty straightforward and all employees are going to be treated equally. But if you're going to start or restart or increase the match mid-year, that's when things get a little tricky. Let's say you run a calendar year plan and from January 1 to April 30th, you have no active matching contribution. Then effective May 1st, you start the match at say 50% up to 6%. What happens to the dollars contributed on employee earnings prior to May 1st? Are they going to be eligible for some kind of retroactive match? And if not, how do you test the match at year end for ACP discrimination? What about employees that contributed all of their deferrals before May 1st? Will they get nothing in the way of match this year? And what if I waited to participate until May 1st? Am I going to get a full match and others won't? It's important to clearly think out the intent of your policy because depending on your design, you may accidentally end up punishing those who didn't reduce or suspend their deferrals when the company did. What if your plan offers or you want to add a true-up provision on your match? Now, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, a true-up match essentially enables the employer to kind of go back at year end and adjust every employee's match based on their annual compensation and not just their pay period compensation. This ensures each eligible employee gets their maximum potential benefit. Now, a true-up would solve the previous problem to some degree because it takes into account all compensation earned for the entire year, regardless of the date the match started. However, it creates a new problem. Now, let's say effective May 1st, I increased my match from, say, 50% up to 6% all the way to 100% up to 6% of pay. When I perform my true-up, which formula do I use and when? Poses a difficult question, doesn't it? So you want to make sure you properly budget the match on your annual compensation too. Otherwise, you could have a rude awakening at year end when a whole bunch of employees are owed a chunk of match dollars they haven't even been credited with yet. Now, let's say you had a safe harbor plan prior to COVID-19 and you negated the safe harbor for 2020 by reducing or suspending your match. You can't get your safe harbor status back unless you make the change effective at the start of the plan year. And you have to give employees a minimum 30 days notice before the plan year starts. So if you're going to restart the match mid-year in 2021, understand your safe harbor is not going to take effect till the following plan year. That means you'll still be subject to ADP ACP testing for the current plan year. Another thing to keep in mind is that many employees likely reduced or suspended their contributions at the same time the employer match was suspended or reduced. So communicating with your employees is key in getting the word out about any changes in company match. Also, if you're thinking about adding automatic enrollment or you already have it in your plan, this can be a great time to conduct a re-enrollment of your entire employee population, or at least those who have currently opted out of the plan. A re-enrollment window for an automatic contribution arrangement is an effective way to get employees back into the plan and deferring at the default percentage. And you can open windows like these pretty much as often as you like. I'd like to thank you for visiting my blog again today. I hope that you found this latest installment useful. If this is your first visit, please check out some of my other content on my YouTube channel and like it and share it too. If you need more information or assistance on any retirement plan related matter, contact me on LinkedIn by clicking on the QR code right here or email me at rmassa@qualifiedplanadvisors.com. And as always, I'm wishing all of you a successful retirement. Thank you.